Hi guys, welcome to Android Guider. So Amazon's a great Indian festival and Flipkart's Big Billion Day are already underway. And because of the heavy discounts on offer, these sales are probably the best time to get a smartphone. Now there are a lot of phones, which means a lot of choices, but also a lot of confusion. So to save you the time of figuring out the best smartphone for your budget, I have looked at all the smartphone deals that are on offer, and here are my recommendations. We shall start with phones priced lesser than rupees 6000, and then we will gradually make our way up. For under 6k, my recommendation is the Redmi 6A. You get a 5.45-inch HD plus display with the modern 18:9 aspect ratio. There is 2 gigs of RAM, 16 GB of internal storage, and a decent 3000 mAh battery. The SoC is the energy efficient Helio P22, and the rear camera is 13 megapixels, while the front one is 5 megapixels. Moving to the 6K to 8K segment, you have got two choices, the Realme C1 and the Redmi 6. The Realme C1 doesn't have the fingerprint scanner. Both the phones have dual rear cameras, but I found the portrait mode to be slightly better on the Redmi 6. The Redmi 6 also has a higher RAM and more storage. So if you can afford to spend the extra 1000 rupees, then I would recommend you to get the Redmi 6. Next, we have phones under rupees 10,000. There are two options here, the Asus Zenfone Max Pro and the Redmi Y2. If you are looking for a good all-round phone, then you can't go wrong with the Max Pro. But if you want a phone particularly for the camera, then I would recommend you to get the Redmi Y2. And if you have an HDFC credit card, then you will be able to get an extra 10% off on the Zenfone. And if you use either Amazon Pay or an SBI credit card, then you will be able to get a discount of rupees 900 on the Y2. Let's move to the 5-digit price phones now. We will be starting with the 10k to 12k segment. Once again, I have two recommendations for you, the Redmi Note 5 Pro and the 4/64 GB variant of the Zenfone Max Pro. Both the phones are quite similar. They have a 6-inch Full HD Plus display, Snapdragon 636, and 4 gigabytes of RAM. The Redmi Note 5 Pro takes the reel with the better cameras and better support for custom ROMs. On the other hand, the Max Pro has a stock Android, a higher battery capacity, and it also has support for Widevine L1, which means that you can stream Netflix and Amazon Prime videos in HD resolution. Considering all aspects, my overall recommendation here would be the Note 5 Pro. Pushing the price bracket a bit higher, we have phones under 15k. There are three choices here, the Realme 2 Pro, the Redmi Note 5 Pro, and the Mi A2. I didn't include the 6 GB variant of the Zenfone Max Pro because I feel the Redmi Note 5 Pro offers a better overall package, but that is there if you want to check it out. The Realme 2 Pro is the cheapest of the lot, and it has the Snapdragon 660 like the Mi A2, but the Mi A2 has better cameras, but then it lacks the headphone jack and storage expansion, both of which are present in the Realme 2 Pro. The Redmi Note 5 Pro has the highest RAM and battery capacity of the lot, but its con here is its lesser powerful Snapdragon 636 processor. And if you are into custom ROMs, then note that you can't unlock the bootloader of the Realme 2 Pro. So that means that there is effectively no support for ROMs right now, although things might change in the future. So if you aren't going to be modifying your device, then my overall recommendation here would be the Realme 2 Pro. If you want custom ROMs, then go for the Redmi Note 5 Pro. And if cameras are your top priority, then go for the Mi A2. Moving forward, we now have phones under 20,000, and here the Poco F1 is a no-brainer. You get the flagship processor Snapdragon 845, dual cameras, 4 gigabytes of RAM, 64 GB of internal storage, and a whopping 4000 mAh battery. So if you are looking for a phone anywhere between 15k to 20k, then you should simply get the Poco F1. If you are willing to spend a bit more, then you can get either a higher RAM model of the Poco F1 or the Asus Zenfone 5Z. Leaving out the selfie camera, battery life, and support for custom ROMs, the 5Z is better than the F1 in every way. In the 25k to 30k segment, my recommendation would be the OnePlus 6. You get a great build with the excellent cameras, Snapdragon 845, headphone jack, 6 gigabytes of RAM, 64 GB of storage, splash resistance, fast charging, and great software support via Oxygen OS updates. If you are willing to go over 30K, then you have got higher RAM and storage configurations for the OnePlus 6. And alternatively, you can also think of getting yourself a LG G7 Plus ThinQ. The G7 Plus has wireless charging, storage expansion via microSD, and IP68 dust and water resistance. However, the G7 costs rupees 40,000, and at 1,000 rupees less, that is at 39,000, you get the 8 GB RAM and 256 GB variant of the OnePlus 6. And in a tear down video of the OnePlus 6 done by Jerry Rig Everything, we found that the phone actually has as much protection as other IP rated phones. So for the 30K to 40K segment, my overall recommendation is the OnePlus 6. If you are willing to spend even more, then you can get the Galaxy S9 at rupees 43,000, and there's also last year's Note 8 at rupees 48,500. So we have covered all the possible deals under 50,000, and if you are willing to go beyond that, then you can even get yourself the Galaxy Note 9, which is my favorite phone right now. iPhone fans, currently I am not aware of any deals for you, but according to Flipkart's advertisement in today's newspaper, there will be a couple of deals, and they will be listed at midnight today. So I will be posting all those deals in the description box whenever they go live. So make sure you check out that description box if you are interested in buying an iPhone. It's also worth noting here that if you have an HDFC or SBI credit card, then you can get your favorite iPhone or any other phone that you want to get at a 10% discount from Flipkart or Amazon, respectively. With that, we have come to the end of this video, guys. I hope you like this video. If that was the case, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more such content. So, thanks a lot for watching. Have a nice day. Take care, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Sayonara.